Hello everybody. That looks weird. The lighting looks weird. So I'm using the KraemerLife camera as opposed to the Keeping It Kraemer camera, because the Keeping It Kraemer camera has no batteries, no charge batteries rather. Yeah, so the lighting's a little different and the angle's gonna be a little different, and I need to turn the monitor around so I don't just keep looking at that. So, oh, hi Kinsley girl. You got mama's slipper? You got mama's slipper? Well, let's see, it is 6 o'clock, Monday, December 1st. Wow. I don't know how it became December already of this year. This year went by so incredibly fast. We still have 30 more days, but man alive. Crazy. All right, well, let's just do a recap of how things have been. Thanksgiving was awesome. We had a really good time during Thanksgiving. It was great. We went to the Yeomans, to Sean and Holly's at the Modern Yeoman. And so it was Sean and Holly, his sister, and his niece and nephew. I think he has a niece and nephew. Shows how much I paid attention. I know he has a nephew. I'm trying to remember if he has a niece. So Sean's sister was there, and then Sean's mom and dad were there, of course, and also Holly's mom, and then also Jim and Kathy from Two Turtles Homestead. So it was a packed house, and oh yeah, Sean's brother-in-law too. So it was a packed house. We had lots and lots of food, delicious food all around. All of it was really good. I stuffed myself. I think I had 3 plates of food. I had a lot of food. We were there for about 3 hours in total, and a combination of eating and talking and telling stories, kind of just walking around the property. We went and checked out the shed that Rick, Sean and Holly, well, Sean's father, the one that he made into basically a bunkhouse for his grandkids, and he did a fantastic job. That thing is super nice. Like, he did a very good job taking an old shed, storage shed, and turning it into a very nice usable space. I'm impressed. It's quality work. So yeah, that was fun. We had a really good time with that. We came home with some leftovers, and we also came home exhausted, both physically and mentally, because Katie and I, when we do that people thing, that social thing, it really wears us out. It really does. We enjoy it, but it wears us out. And so we decided on Friday just to kind of chill out, not do a bunch of stuff. I had plans to, well, we went into town because I wanted to go into Lowe's and get some lumber for the barn doors in Katie's office. And that's because I don't have enough barn wood that I've, you know how I have been over the course of the year taking barn wood and putting it out in the sun and spraying it with a wood preservative and trying to figure out what I'm going to do about wrapping this beam. And so I thought that I had enough barn wood to do the 1 large door and 2 smaller doors in Katie's office and the door for the bedroom and the bathroom, but I don't have enough for all of that. And so I had to, basically I'm going to have to purchase, unfortunately, some wood to make the barn doors in the office. And I had an idea of how I wanted to do it. So we went to town on Friday so I could purchase the lumber and I wasn't thinking that it was Black Friday, and there were so many people, so many people out and about, and it was too much to try to sort through all the wood, try to find all the good pieces of wood. Plus we had a couple other errands to do, chicken feed and various other grocery shopping and stuff, and it was just too much. So I scrapped the idea of getting the wood for the barn doors on Friday. So we came back home and just kind of chilled out for the rest of the night. Much needed chill. And then I was also really not looking forward to Saturday. Saturday was my birthday, my 50th birthday. I wasn't having it. I really just was not having it. So Saturday, we didn't really do much to celebrate. We went into town. We had some dinner at a restaurant, and we decided to go back to Lowe's and try for the lumber again. And this time I actually had a different idea of how I wanted to do the doors. And so I was gonna try to find a bunch of 2x material instead of 1x material, 2-inch material. And I was sitting there sorting through the wood and just really not I guess I'll just say it, I was not in a good mood. I didn't like that it was my birthday, my 50th birthday. So we left. We didn't buy any wood on Saturday and came back. I did get a free a free birthday drink at one of the local coffee shops. So that was nice. And really, when we got back home, I just went to bed. Really. I was really just not having the fact that I was 50 years old. So I got a couple birthday cards, lots of happy birthday wishes over text, and a couple phone calls, which I didn't take. I'm sorry, but I was just not having it. So I ended up just going to bed pretty early on Saturday and calling it a day. Yeah, so Sunday was the successful day of going into Lowe's. I went by myself. I didn't take Kinsley, didn't go with Katie, and that way I didn't feel rushed. One of the problems that I have is that when I'm shopping for stuff and I have Kinsley with me or Kinsley and Katie with me, I feel like I have to hurry and I can't just take my time. And so I went into town on Sunday and it was just me, and I went through and I sorted through all the wood, and I found enough good pieces of wood to start making the barnwood doors, or the sliding barn style doors for the office. Got all of that stuff. And then we did just a couple chores around the property. Katie ended up making some dog treats for the dogs. One of the things that has been going on is Levi has not been feeling well. It's been about 4 days now, maybe 3 days, where he has been regurgitating his food. And so right now he's on just a chicken and rice. I've taken off his kibble, and he's just eating chicken and rice. And I'm going to go ahead and schedule an appointment to go see the vet this week, just to get him checked out, because today he was still just not feeling very good. And when I was feeling his abdomen, I could see that it was uncomfortable for him. So I want to see if he's maybe backed up, or if there's something else going on, or if he's maybe just not feeling good or whatever. So anyway, Katie made some treats for them, some really easy to digest treats, which they love. And what did we do? And packed, because Katie had a very early flight this morning, very, very early flight. So we ended up going to bed pretty early last night. It's probably about 9:30 or so we went to bed, because we had to wake up at 3:30 to get her to the airport. We had to leave here by 4, so that meant that I needed to wake up at 3:30 because it takes me a while to wake up and kind of get going. Katie can just wake up and go. I'm not like that. So we left at 4, and I was worried. One of the things I wanted to do was give more time to get there than usual. It takes about an hour and 15 minutes for us to get to the airport, depending on the direction we go. And I wanted to leave a little bit more than, give myself an hour and a half or so to get there, because I wasn't sure if the roads were going to be slippery or icy. Because this morning, so the forecast said that the morning is going to be about 20 degrees, and we had been having on and off light misting and light rain all day yesterday. But thankfully all of the rain stopped about 9 or 10 in the evening. And so things evaporated off of the ground, off the roads, enough to where even in the morning when we woke up and it was 31 degrees here, and by the time we got to the airport it was 25 degrees, so the temperature had still kept dropping. But the roads were dry enough to where there were no issues, which is great, because I did not want to drive in slick conditions, in pitch dark. We only have one headlight that works because I haven't fixed the other headlight, so I was wanting to give myself extra time for getting there, but no issue. We got her there, and it turns out that today and yesterday, I think, is the busiest travel day of the year for airlines, and so it was very busy for her. But she made it to her mom's house today about 1:30, and I think she's going to be there until Wednesday. So she has the celebration of life and the funeral for a family member, and then she also gets to spend some time with her mom and her stepdad, and her brothers are going to be in town. So I hope that they get to spend some good quality time together and enjoy each other's company, despite the fact that it was for a sad, tragic reason for getting together. But so this week is just me and Kinsley and the boys, Levi and Winston, and all of the ducks and the geese and the sheep and the chickens. My plan is to get that office done. So today I was able to cut all of the wood to length and to width, and tomorrow I will be sanding, staining, and maybe start putting the poly on, the polyurethane. It's supposed to be raining tomorrow, so I'm not going to get a lot of outside time, so we'll see how much of that sanding and staining I can get done, but I can definitely continue the work in the room, getting the barn wood or the barn door slider tracks in place, and finishing the outlets and all the kind of thing, just the finish work in that room. But my goal is to finish that room this week, and one of the times that we were at Lowe's, we picked up a 5-foot, maybe it's a 6-foot long piece of butcher block countertop, and I'm going to stain that and poly it just like I did the bathroom countertops, and we're going to use that as her desk. We have her desk in the RV is one of those where you can raise or lower it. It has mechanical legs, and so I'm going to take those legs and put it on the butcher block and make her a nice desk in there, so that way she'll have a really nice office to work from. So by the time that she gets back on Monday, that room should be functional, fully functional, and ready for her to work in, and no more RV for both of us. And so then we can start getting the RV cleaned out and prepped and ready to be sold, which will be great. But so that's this week for me, and then we have one more week of just Katie and I, and then the boys come out. They're out here on the 12th. So is that 2 more weeks for us? No, that'll be, so when I pick up Katie on the 8th, on Monday. That Friday, the 12th, the boys will be out for 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th, and then they head home. And so I basically have one more week plus a few days of being able to work on the house, and then I'm going to stop for a while so I can spend time with the boys, and we'll figure out things to do and whatever. So yeah, so it's going to be an exciting month. Looking forward to not be working on the house. Yeah, so that's it. We had a really good Thanksgiving. I hope Katie has a good trip to see her family, and I hope the funeral's nice and the celebration of life is nice for her family member. Then she'll be heading to Seattle for a few more days to do another event for work, and then she heads back on Monday and I pick her up. So yeah, that's it. That is the update. Oh, there is another update. Okay, so Katie did package up all of the vanilla, and she has regular vanilla and vodka, and then she has a gluten-free vanilla in, I think, bourbon or rum. I'll have to verify all this information before I give you the final information, but they're 2-ounce bottles, 3-ounce and 4-ounce bottles, and I think she's come up with a pricing structure on it. So I'm going to verify with her all of the information, and I'm going to relay that to you guys and let you know how you can contact us if you want to order some. We haven't figured out shipping yet. We'll probably just do a flat rate shipping based on just the actual shipping costs, but haven't figured that out fully yet. So hopefully by the time that I film this another episode of this, which will probably just be in 2 or 3 days, I don't know if I'll do a video tomorrow or not. I'll have information for pricing, how you can order, and we'll get those next week when Katie gets back. We'll get them shipped out to you guys. So for those of you that want to have it for yourselves or for a Christmas gift for family or whatever, then it should be available for you guys. So exciting stuff. It looks good. It smells good. They're cool. I would show you a couple bottles, but I'll do that when I give you an update on the next video. So that's where we're at with those things. And I'll see you guys next video. Bye.